Hey guys, welcome back to Prepping in Progress. Sometimes you got to put a video up ahead of schedule just because you want to discuss a current event. So, with the events in El Paso, Texas last week, we really need to discuss a few things. So stay with me. So what's going on right now? Well, a lot is being put out on social media. I just read some tweets a little bit ago about how Walmart is not a gun-free zone. This invalidates the argument that, shootings only happen in gun-free zones. Factually true. What the tweeter forgot to mention is that the Walmart in El Paso was located in a mall, and that mall area was a gun-free zone. So, in order to get to your Walmart, you had to pass through a gun-free zone, and if you had a gun and shot back there, yeah, you were breaking the law. Look, guys, we all go to Walmart, and thankfully most of the Walmarts around the nation are not gun-free zones. But here's the thing. If your local shopping distributor, I'm not just talking about that particular brand or company, is a gun-free zone or places itself within a gun-free zone, what are you doing there? We, as men, have a duty to protect our families. And if your local shopping center is going that route, maybe it's time to either A, find a different shopping center and let your dollars speak for you. Take away their income, hit them where it hurts, the pocketbook. But further than that, let's go further. Maybe it's time to come out of the cities. If you live in an area, a metro area, even a suburban area, where your fundamental rights to protect yourself and to protect your family are not respected, are not allowed to you, are denied to you, what are you doing there? What are you doing in a city that has city ordinances about certain places where you can and cannot go? Now, I get courthouses, post offices, I get it. And that's why most of the time when I go to the post office, when I'm disarmed, my wife's inside. Or not inside, sorry. My wife's outside, inside the car, armed and ready to protect me should something go down. We live in uncertain times. we keep, preparing for the big one, the big event, whatever it may be, while lots and lots of mini events take place. We are, in many ways, the frog in the pot. And the flame is on. And slowly but surely, that water is raising to a boiling point, and we don't see it. Or we get mad and we go, well, they're not taking my guns, buy another box of ammo. Alright, that's cool. You've made your political statement for the day. And then we go back to the status quo and we accept whatever's been done. And we go back to shopping in those areas. And we get complacent. And then something else happens. This talk is more than just about gun rights. It's about getting out of a bad situation. Situational awareness. When you get out of your car, you look around. When you're approaching your car, you make sure no one's right behind you about ready to carjack you, right? If you need to go to the store, you don't drive across town to the sketchy neighborhood to go shopping, right? Well, some of us do when it's like a bargain store or something, but we're very careful around the store. And in the parking lots. But are you going where you don't really belong? Are you intentionally or unintentionally endangering yourself and your family? There's a store up in Fort Smith that we frequent. You can get a lot of good preps cheaply there. And when they first opened, they had the gun-free zone sign up. And a few of us went in and talked to the manager and said, look, you've got a great store here. Thank you. We've made our purchases, but we won't be back. And that manager said, okay, why? And I have it on good authority that multiple customers said, because you are a gun-free zone. And a couple weeks later, the sign went up in the window. No open carry. Or please no open carry. Okay. So we started concealed carrying. And then a few months later, that sign disappeared. And I went to him because at this point I'd become friends with the manager. And I said, hey, what's going on? Why is the sign down? And he said, you know what? We don't need it. Those of you who come in here carrying have respected us and we've respected you. And we'd rather have you guys here than the other element. And we feel safer with you guys here. And he knows that quite a few of his customers are preppers, okay? If you talk to him sweetly, you can get a case deal on the MREs that's cheaper than what they're advertised. That's your money talking. That's a business not only looking at the character of the people coming in and doing their shopping, but a business which listened to its customers, recognized how they were going to spend their money, and acted accordingly. So that's an option for you. Let your dollars do your fighting for you, or speak for you. But another option, like I've said, is it's time to come out of her, my people. You need to consider getting away from these places. You need to seriously put on the agenda to get to your retreat on a permanent basis. Get out of the cities, move to the more rural areas where our old school values are still valued. The current situations are horrific. And there's not much that we can do to change them on a mass scale. How do we change this? By teaching our children respect, love of their fellow man, good behavior, right from wrong. And our children teach their children's children. And slowly we retake our country on a moral and ethical level. Because we didn't have these problems when I was a kid. Shoot, when I was a kid and someone said, "I'm going to kill you," it meant he was going to beat the living tar out of you, and you probably deserved it. So time to move on. I highly advocate moving out of the centralized areas and starting to truly build not just prepper communities or places or your personal locations, but build people with respect, with love for their fellow man, values, morals, put them back into our kids. And not endangering ourselves by going places where we don't belong. Going places that we find offensive because of their lack of value upon our morals and our values and our rights to defend ourselves. So anyway, that's your Tuesday talk. We'll see you again soon.